Yo, what is going on, Raider Nation? What is going on, YouTube? RaiderBen back at you guys with a lunchtime live stream. Don't mind me, I'm kind of dusty right now at work. But yeah, man, we got some. I don't know if I want to say it's great news. I don't know what to really call it because I don't really know how much better we're gonna be. But Antonio Pierce just had his press conference I'd say about 30, 45 minutes ago, and officially announced Aidan O'Connell as your starting quarterback for our Las Vegas Raiders going forward. Um, you know, I never really understood the whole starting Minshew thing. I seen it from a business perspective, and salute to everybody in the chat, man. I seen it from a business perspective. I understood starting Minshew. You don't want to play. What up, Dixon? Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that. You don't want to bench somebody that's making $15 million for a guy that's making 400,000 or whatever the fuck Aiden makes. He probably makes more than that. He probably makes like 600,000 or something. But you don't want to bench a guy making a shit ton of money for a guy that doesn't really make shit. You know what I mean? Usually you want to try to get your high price guys out there, and you want to try to get what you pay for. And I think that's really what the issue was there with Gardner Minshew. Um, Antonio Pierce has to make another business decision is really what this comes down to, man. I mean, this whole season has been, plagued by the phrase business decision, right? Um, this team is going downhill fast. You can say what you want about our record, 2-3 or whatever. But that we could honestly, dude. Yes, Aiden is starting. What up, Dirty 30? What up, Raider Man? What up, Freddie? What up, everybody? What up, Ja? Um, you can say whatever you want about our record, but dude, we could easily be 0-5, 1-4. Probably shouldn't have beat Baltimore, but we did. We barely beat the fucking Browns, dude. The Browns are fucking pathetic, yo. Season's over with or without Aidan O'Connell, Raider Paul. So I think really what Antonio Pierce is doing right now is he's trying to save this season. What up, Charm City? He's trying to do whatever he can to try to make something. What up, Carlos? Trying to make something out of nothing is really what it is right now. Um, I think a lot of us kind of understood the point of starting Aiden over Gardner. It's just we all know what Gardner is, right? I mean, he's never really been a starter. You know what I mean? Like, so to expect him to come over to the Raiders and be our next starting quarterback and possibly taking us to the promised land. I just felt like that was a wild thought. You know what I mean? I think it's wild to think that Aidan O'Connell will do it. But one thing about Aidan O'Connell is that he overcame so much adversity last year, dog. Once again, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Just think of what Aidan O'Connell went through, dude, as a rookie. Um, Lost his head coach. Well, let's start it from the beginning. Was drafted and was never expected to probably ever even expected to play when he was drafted. I don't think he was like, oh, fuck it. We got Jimmy Garoppolo. They got Brian Hoyer. They got two veterans in front of me. I'll probably never see the football field. So that was probably his expectation coming into the season. I think that was probably the Raiders' expectation too. I don't think the Raiders ever expected Jimmy Garoppolo to be as bad as he was, or Brian Hoyer. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately they were. Jimmy Garoppolo gets hurt. Aidan O'Connell gets thrust into the game against the Chargers, takes 6 sacks versus Khalil Mack. Um, yeah, I agree, Edward. Finally, motherfuckers just telling it like it is, bro. Stop biting your tongue. So, you know, he was forced in, that could have destroyed his confidence. Obviously, the next game, Jimmy Garoppolo, I believe, came back or whatever. Then they go from, what up, Circus? Um, you know, um, So yeah, he didn't let that crush his confidence. He went back to the bench. Hoyer ended up starting a game down the road. And then Aidan O'Connell once what up, Owl's Ghost? Exactly, that part, Owl's Ghost. Preach, bro. What up, D-Mokes? So he was able to come back out, name the starting quarterback. So he had to deal with that, what I talked about. He had to deal with his head coach getting fired. And then he had to deal with his play caller getting fired because not only did Josh McDaniels get fired, but I believe the offensive coordinator got fired too. So he had to learn pretty much, somewhat of a new playbook, kind of on the fly. You know what I'm saying? And, had the Raiders, one game out of the playoffs. I think people tend to forget how, impressive that really is. You know what I mean? Like, people want to shit on fucking Aidan O'Connell for, us not scoring no points against the Vikings. You know what I'm saying? It, it's a team sport, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? So, and he's a rookie, and he was, like I said, there's so many things that go into that. You know what I mean? And the truth about it, the fact of the matter is that Gardner Minshew's playing scared. I don't know what it is. This version of Gardner Minshew I never seen. I wasn't too worried about Gardner Minshew being named the starter at first until I started to see how he was playing, because Gardner Minshew's always been that kind of quarterback that's played fearless, right? Has had a fearless mindset, and always went out there and pushed the ball down the field and was never really afraid. I just don't see that anymore, man. I just don't know if Gardner Minshew's comfortable behind this O-line. I don't know if it's because he's not comfortable with this offense. I just don't know what it is. But he just hasn't looked comfortable all year. And at some point, man, if you're not getting better, a change has to be made. It sucks. It's just the reality of the situation. Coaches, players, all these guys get paid to win. Their job is to win. Their job is to not go out there and fucking lose, bro. You know what I'm saying? And right now, we don't look good, dude. Gardner Minshew has been the starting quarterback of two of the most pathetic losses I've seen from this Raiders team over the last couple of years, and that loss to Carolina and that loss to Denver. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, bro, I think it's time. I think it's long overdue. I think Aidan O'Connell probably should have been the starter last week. But at the end of the day, man, you can't be throwing pick sixes, bro. First off, you can't be turning the ball over, dude. And Gardner Minshew has 4 interceptions in 5 games, bro. I believe he has more interceptions than touchdowns. That's a big no-no, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you throw a 14-point swinging interception, a pick 6, when your guy was getting ready to walk into the end zone to probably give you what probably could have been a game-sealing touchdown. Because I think if the Broncos go down there 17-3, dude, I just don't think Bo Nix is able to climb out of that hole. But obviously Minshew makes the dumbass play, and it goes back for a touchdown, and pretty much that's the game, dude. That was the game right there. Minshew pretty much cost us that game. And yeah, man, a change had to be made. And I don't know if it was his performance, or maybe it was Gardner Minshew eating his boogers on the sideline. Maybe Antonio Pierce is like, I can't fucking have my starting quarterback out here eating boogers on the sideline, bro. Like, maybe that's what it was. I don't fucking know. At the end of the day, all that fucking matters is that the Raiders have moved on from Gardner. Is it a good move? I mean, we'll have to just let the season pan out to see how that pans out in the end. But right now, I just think a change had to be made. And shout out to the 70 people watching, man. I appreciate y'all. A change had to be made, man. And to get on to my next topic that we're going to talk about is, he was also asked about Davante Adams, ladies and gentlemen. I know the defense sucks too, dude. The defense sucks, RaiderBen. I'm not ignoring that at all. He was asked about Davante Adams, asked about the trade. Said Davante Adams still a Raider. Was asked if Davante Adams will ever play another snap in a Raiders jersey, and he said Davante Adams is a Raider. I said this the other day, guys, and I'm still going to stand on what I said. I feel like there can be an immense, that's how you say it, right? Because Davante Adams had to make amends, bro. So I don't know if that's the way you say it. But anyways, I think amends was made, possibly. I do know this for a fact. Davante Adams wanted Aidan O'Connell. He didn't want Gardner Minshew. So will there be a change of heart now for Davante Adams, knowing that Aidan O'Connell is the starter? That's a real question that we need to ask ourselves. I just feel like Davante Adams kind of knew who Gardner Minshew was. He kind of knew he's a mid quarterback, you know what I'm saying? And with Aidan, Gardner is very similar to Jimmy Garoppolo, dude. Like, very similar from how they've played here, dude. It almost looks like Scooby-Doo, you know what I'm saying? When they pull the mask off and it's somebody underneath, it literally looks like Gardner Minshew. When you pull the mask off, it's, what up, Gaffla? It's fucking when you pull the mask off of Gardner Minshew, it's Jimmy Garoppolo underneath. You know what I'm saying? So, just, from the coffin balls to the weak arm. I mean, Gardner Minshew's arm is fucking terrible, dude. He can throw the ball 25, 30 yards down the field, but dude, they're highly inaccurate footballs. Defense has just been crowding the line and just begging for us to run the football, and we've been trying to run into stacked boxes because of Minshew. And at the end of the day, like I said, man, Antonio Pierce wants to keep his job. He wants to be the coach of the Raiders. He wants to be. I believe all these things. He wants to bring the greatness of the Raiders back. He wants the just win baby to come back and the commitment to excellence. Like, he wants all that back. Like, I just don't know if he's the right guy for the job. I think this was a good way to put your foot forward in terms of trying to get this Raiders organization back to where it needs to be. Gardner Minshew just not it, man. What up, Graham Cam? Exactly. He said that's his decision, bro. So, how fast will AOC get a grasp of this playbook? I'm getting to the point now. What up, Edward Vega? I feel like there's not going to be any more excuses, ladies and gentlemen. Like, we're going to go out there, we're going to trot Aidan O'Connell out, and we're going to find out, if it's Getsy, is it Pierce, is it the quarterback, is it the O-line, is it the running game? We're going to find out. This is a way to cross something off the list, right? Like, well, let's see if our quarterback is actually the problem. Let's go ahead and just try something different. I mean, in all honesty, Minshew was named the starter to get the Raiders off to a fast start, man, and we just never got off to a fast start. 1 and 2 and 3 or what the fuck you call that. That's not a fucking fast start. I would ship off Minshew. But I don't think anybody wants him, dude. Minshew ain't got no trade value. But yeah, man, we never really got off to a fast start. In all these games, we never got off to a fast start. No, he won't. Graham Cam Wilkins had surgery. Wilkins is done for a minimum of 8 games. 8 to 10 games, probably the entire season. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Wilkins ain't coming back anytime soon, man. He had surgery yesterday, and the injury expectancy is about 8 to 10 weeks. So, unfortunately, Graham Cam, we probably won't see him again this year. And if we do see him, it might be to the point to where, hopefully we're trying to still make the playoffs, or, we're beneficially eliminated by the time he comes back. So, but yeah, man, we never got off to a fast start. That was one of the reasons why Antonio Pierce wanted to name Gardner Minshew the starting quarterback. Then we got the fact that everybody's like, oh, we play against these great defensive lines, and, we need we need fucking Minshew because he's going to be able to be mobile and get away from these guys. And I haven't seen that, man. Like, I've seen like maybe 3 good runs from fucking the Booger Man in 5 games, man. I mean, why are you mobile if you're not going to use it? Like, that's one of the main reasons why we named you the quarterback. Hasn't used his mobility. If anything, he's ran into more sacks and made our offensive line look a lot worse than it really is. He's holding the ball for extremely, extremely long. I mean, I'm not saying Getsy's a great play caller by any stretch of the imagination, but what I'm telling you guys is that I watch film. I see guys that break down film. I watch Marcus Johnson from the Tape Don't Lie. I watch a lot of these guys who break down film, and so I look at a little bit of film myself, and not a film junkie or nothing like that, but I've seen plenty of times where there's wide receivers wide open, and for whatever reason, Minshew just isn't throwing the football. Like I said, I don't know what it is, man. I don't know if it's a trust thing with his offensive line. He's getting scared too fast, and he's panicking on the plays, and he's abandoning plays before they develop, or, like I said, I don't really know. But one thing I will say, man, is that a change had to be made. Regardless if you're a Minshew guy or not, guys, you cannot keep going out there. What up, Yonder? You cannot keep going out there and defending Gardner Minshew, bro. Like, the fact that the fact that you are literally still trying to defend Gardner Minshew after he threw us a pick 6 and completely deflated this football team against Denver, and it's probably the main reason why we lost that game, is fucking wild, bro. How can anybody defend that, bro? You cannot defend that. I could have made that throw, bro. I could have made that throw, dog. Any of you guys in the chat could have made that throw, dude. What up, Ruben Kowski? What up, Jerry? And that's a great point, too, Ruben Kowski. He's a little dude. He can't see off over the offensive line. That's by Bryce Young's fucking detriment. That's, somewhat of Kyler Murray's detriment. A lot of these guys, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, guys, do you guys want to win, or do you guys just want to keep going down this Gardner Minshew slope that we know where this is going to end if we keep Gardner Minshew the starter, ladies and gentlemen? We know We know where that's going to end, man. We've lost to two of the worst teams in the NFL, dude. We lost to the Broncos and the Carolina Panthers, dude. I don't know, Michael. I don't know. I can't answer that question. I just believe that change was needed. You know what I'm saying? I can't answer that question. We have to kind of see it all go out. We have to kind of see how it pans out, man, when he gets out on the field. Tough matchup for sure. Exactly, AP. I'd rather lose with Aidan. You know what I'm saying? Because at least Aidan's a young player. At least he's going to grow from it, right? Like, that's the thing, right? Is Aidan O'Connell's pretty much kind of still a rookie. He didn't really play all of last year. He played like the last final games. What up, Ralph? Nice to see you, brother. Hopefully you're doing well. Well, there may be some development there. You know what I'm saying? There may be some development there. But we don't know yet. And we'll never know unless we get him out there on the football field. And at this point, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how you guys feel, but I just feel like we don't have nothing to lose, man. I mean, we're to the point to where Raider fans are already thinking this team is tanking. Like, I think we're tanking because how bad we look. So really, how much worse can it get? Like, I should be real. How much worse can we get, especially offensively, dog? Exactly, checking out. Aidan O'Connell gets rid of the football, dude. Like, he holds on to it every now and then, yes, but he is a get the ball out and throw it, dude. You know what I'm saying? So, or catch the ball and get it out. He's not going to hold on to it, But like I said, at the end of the day, bro, I feel like we're at the lowest of our low right now, guys. Losing to Carolina and losing to Denver that's blasphemous, dog. We are at an all-time low, like I said the other day, guys. Dude, we fucking haven't lost to Denver in almost 4 years. I mean, let's put this into perspective. Jimmy Garoppolo, Derek Carr, coached by Josh McDaniels, swept Denver. Come on, bro. We won a couple big games last year. Exactly, bro. Like, Aidan O'Connell beat Kansas City in Kansas City. And everybody's like, well, he didn't complete a pass. Who gives a fuck if he didn't complete a fucking pass for 3 quarters? We won the motherfucking game, bro. And he was the goddamn starting quarterback. How many times did Derek Carr win in Kansas City in 9 seasons? Once. You know what I'm saying? So, Aidan O'Connell has, he's a chip on his shoulder type player, man. You look at his college, walk on at Purdue, was never really expected to be the starter in Purdue neither. You know what I'm saying? Had to earn his stripes, lost his brother. His brother, I think, committed suicide or something like that. Please don't take that with a grain of salt, because I really don't know, but that's what I think it is. I forget, but I know his brother did die. And he played the following game and balled the fuck out. He's a guy that understands adversity. He's a very resilient player from what I've seen, dude. Aidan O'Connell is very wise above amongst his years, bro. Like, he's like 24, but like he's got the mindset of like a fucking 30, 40-year-old veteran. You know what I'm saying? So wise amongst his years. Is there a quarterback you would have picked up this offseason? Nah, there really wasn't many of them. Michael, what up, Chad? Yeah, there wasn't many of them, man. People keep saying, well, we got the wrong guy. We should have got Sam Darnold, or we should have got fucking Kirk Cousins or Justin Fields. Like, I guarantee you, any of those guys come to our team, we still suck, dude. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. I wasn't mad originally when we got Minshew because I thought he was going to be the backup. I didn't think he was, 15 million's bad for a backup. Obviously it's bad when, I didn't. I would have took Russell Wilson just because he was making $1 million a year at vet minimum. What up, 2 cents? But anyways, when you have a backup quarterback making 15 million, your starter's making pennies, like 700K, like, of course what up, Chad? Of course you're gonna go out there and try to play the guy that's making money. Unfortunately, Minshew lost the job himself, guys. He lost the job himself. The Raiders gave him every opportunity to go out there and succeed, guys, and he just didn't grab the bull by the horns. And it just looked bad. It's looked bad for the first 5 games. Like I said, guys, we're 2-3, and we're a lucky 2-3, guys. Like, we're a lucky 2-3. Like, look how Baltimore's playing right now, dude. We play Baltimore now, we're getting scraped. Dude, we barely scraped by Cleveland, bro. And Deshaun Watson's over there getting arguments during the play with Kevin Stefanski. Instead, Kevin Stefanski's having to blow his last time out because Deshaun Watson's arguing with him, dude. So, like I said, man, I said yesterday, dude, on my post-game show, I just feel like the Raiders are at an all-time low right now, guys, and changes have to be made. Heads have to roll. I've criticized for Antonio Pierce, being all talk and no action, not really cracking the whip, which he should have been doing. He should have been cracking the whip. And he finally went and cracked the whip, man. He cracked the whip on Minshew and said, bro, I'm sorry, but you're not it, dude. You're not it. It's time to let the young kid go out there and play. And it's the right decision, regardless if we win or lose. It's the right decision. You guys can say otherwise. We're all entitled to our own opinion. You can't keep trotting a veteran quarterback out there, dude, when he's playing worse than a rookie, man. So I wouldn't say poor Davante, Hugo. I would say poor Davante with Minshew, because Davante actually was playing pretty good under Aidan O'Connell. But yeah, so with all that being said, the Raiders have a new starting quarterback. Maybe that'll bring some hype, some juice. What up, Frank the Tank? Exactly, bro. The young boy gives us a chance, man. Sometimes you need a spark, bro. And if we're not gonna fire Getsy, if Getsy's not getting fired, the quarterback's got to go down. Hey, shout out to the 100 viewers, man. Shout out to you guys, man. I appreciate you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Yeah, we gotta light a spark, dude. Something's gotta happen, dude. Like I said, we're obviously not gonna fire Getsy. Antonio Pierce ain't getting fucking fired. What up, fucking Rick Grimes? He's not gonna get. So something has to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Something has to happen. And it's starting today. So my lunch break is only 30 minutes. I am getting out of here. I do appreciate everybody who came by. It's one of my most watched lives on this channel. Over 100 people at one point. Make sure you guys hit the like button. I will be live again this afternoon or this evening doing my weekly NFL picks. I will be live for the 49ers versus Seahawks play-by-play for Thursday Night Football tomorrow. We will be live for the podcast on Friday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Once again, I appreciate all you guys, man. I took some time out of my day, out of my lunch break, to come chop it up with you guys. And if you guys didn't catch this show live, please let me know in the comments section down below how you guys feel about this. You know what I'm saying? How are we feeling about Minshew, man? Or not, our Minshew being benched and we're getting Aidan as the starter. Once again, guys, you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. You guys know it's always love, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Go Raiders.